Hi, welcome to the workshop on unlocking your daily energy budget for high performance. Before we get started, I want you to think about those moments in your day when your energy dips, when you lose focus, when you start to feel drained. Does any of that sound familiar? Yeah, it does for me too. That's why we're going to walk through today how to learn how to work with your body's natural rhythms rather than fighting against them for high performance. My name is Leah Genders, and I'm your guide to strategic recovery. I'm a board certified health coach. I'm a certified corporate wellness specialist. I'm also a personal trainer and a running coach. And that's relevant today because we are going to talk about how athletes' recovery methods can directly help performance in the workplace. And finally, most importantly, I'm human. I am navigating my own stress and recovery cycles too. It's important to realize that this isn't something that you sit through a workshop and learn once, but it's a practice. And I'm walking right alongside you. Today, we're going to talk about the single stress bucket and the cumulative effect of stress. We're going to talk about the 90-minute rule and how you can understand your body's natural rhythms to get high performance. And then finally, the athlete strategy, how we can implement the athlete's mindset and take micro breaks for purposeful recovery. Our body sees stress as one bucket. There's two different kinds of stress. There's eustress, which is the good stress. It's like going to the gym. Yes, that's stressful in your body, but once you recover, you come back stronger. The overall effect is positive. And that applies to the workplace too. When you're working really hard on a project or a deadline and you successfully complete it and recover, you come back stronger. And that's a good stress. Now, the distress is the stuff that we're all too familiar with. It's the type that builds without recovery. So it doesn't ever lead to a positive outcome, only negative. But our body sees it all as one. Everything pours into one reservoir, whether it's work or traffic or family or exercise or just life. When we keep adding to the bucket without adequate recovery, the outcomes are predictable. It's loss of productivity, it's lower energy, it's a compromised immune system, which means you get sick more often. And ultimately, it leads to burnout. So let's talk about the 90-minute rule. The mistake is thinking that in order to be productive, in order to be an effective employee, we always need to be doing. But our mind body doesn't work that way. And that mindset doesn't benefit anyone, not the employee, and certainly not the employer, because we operate on this 90 to 120-minute energy cycle. That means there's natural dips in our focus and energy throughout the day. And when we learn to recognize those dips as biological signals and not some kind of failure on your ability to work hard, then we're able to take action on it, which makes us more productive overall. Ignoring those signals makes us less productive. That's why I like to look at the athlete's approach. As a personal trainer and a running coach, I know that high performance requires recovery. And athletes get stronger by the rest time that they take, not just through the training that they do. And if we can apply the same mindset to our work lives, we can require mandatory rest periods just like an athlete. We take rest days, consistent sleep, fueling our bodies properly. And when we apply this mindset to our professional lives, we too can have high performance. One way we can do that is by taking 2 to 5 minute micro breaks throughout our day. Now that we know about the energy cycles, we can listen for the dip. We can acknowledge it and take action. When we feel that signal, that dip in energy, we know that instead of pushing through, it's time for a break. And that break can be any kind of deliberate cognitive or physical step away. It could be focused breathing, 2 minutes of deliberate breathing to reset. It could be gentle movement, stand up, walk to another room or to another office, fill up your water bottle, take a 5-minute gentle stretch. It's important to note here that checking your phone or gossiping with a coworker or reading the news on your phone or social media is not the kind of break that your body needs because you're still using energy. There's a high return on investment here. Investing 5 minutes doesn't lose time. It gains back 30 to 45 minutes of high quality focused effort. So what I invite you to consider today is to apply this method to your workday. Recognize the dip in when you need to step back. Energy is not endless, but you do have some control over it when you apply strategic recovery. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.